It's another great day to be alive. Thanks for staying tuned to your station, the Africa Independent Television, and welcome to your program, Security Watch Africa. On this program, every week we'll bring you that information you need to keep your life safe and secured. Thanks for staying tuned to us. My name still remains Patrick Abambu. We have another loaded program for you, though we are coming a bit late, but I'm sure that we'll be able to give you one or two information that you need. Yes, the week has been a mix sort of ups and downs, good and bad, with a lot of incidents that actually demand security attention. And is it from Jos to Borno to all the federation in Nigeria, with the particular party primaries taking place, some skirmishes, some killings, some fighting, so many mixture of activities going on. But we must say that in all, we are still alive, and it's important to be alive. And security is all the thing that will make you be alive. Once you can become security conscious, then you'll be alive. Thanks for staying tuned once again. Like during the week, a lot of information came up. One got worried about the news that came out from the Jos Pond, the popular Jos Pond, where so many vehicles have been recovered by the Nigerian Army. We must, and we can't stop. Security Watch Africa can't stop commending the Nigerian Army for protecting Nigeria, not just our territorial integrity, but also the entire country, helping the police with internal security. The Nigerian Army, under the leadership of Lieutenant General Tukur Yusuf Buratai, have done so marvelously well. We must commend him and his men. In the search for the missing General Kali, so many vehicles that have been pushed into the pond, the popular pond in Jos, have been recovered. Since 2013, people have been killed and their vehicles being pushed into that. It's actually called for worry. Then during the week, we heard about some killings again in Jos, about issues. Really, we believe that the people, the communities, both Muslim, Christians, native, visitor, whoever you are, we must ensure for peace. Peace is the only way there can be development. Imagine having curfew every day, then there can't be any development in that community. So we must drop whatever is causing this agitation and let's follow peace. I would commend the Nigerian police and other security agencies that provided security for the party primaries that took place across the federation. By today, most of the party primaries are rounding off with primaries that took place across the federation. By today, most of the party primaries are rounding off with conventions taking place in Port Harcourt of the People's Democratic Party and in Abuja of the All People's Congress taking place. We must commend the winners. We must congratulate the winners and also commend those who lost, and hoping that they will support their party for the main election come 2019 election. I have with me already in the studio Shina Phillips. Shina Phillips is the International Assessor of Security Watch Africa. We'll try to see what we can do in the short time that we have. But one thing that draws our attention that caused for worry was an incident that happened yesterday, particularly at the gate of the force headquarters. That is talking about the national headquarters of the Nigerian Police Force. Imagine some people trying to take over the office of the Inspector General of Police. Really, it really was not something that is palatable. Roads were blocked and people were prevented from going in there. There was protest. Peaceful protest is allowed in the democratic setting, but there are some other responsibilities that should be put in place. If you must block the road, preventing other road users from going, or even moving to the force headquarters, what would be your take?
Well, my take is that looking at the entire episode, eventually culminating into what we saw yesterday. The truth of the matter is that for peace and for national interest, Nigerians generally should begin to appreciate what patriotism is all about. And in our political scheme, we cannot tend to make Nigeria a theater of some sort where locally and internationally we are always in the news for our political intrigue and gymnastics. I think that we have come of age as a nation where appropriately we need to do the right thing by following the appropriate order. If there's going to be some protest of some sort, I think there's need to seek permission. And we have highly distinguished members in the hollow chambers that know exactly what to do. Highly enlightened men that cannot just take to the street with total disregard to their safety, with total disregard to the safety of those who even follow them, to a highly secured environment. And for Pete's sake, they need to also understand that our Nigeria police represent every Nigerian. And if the Nigerian police cannot be respected as much as the police also respect the third tier of government for one purpose, that Nigeria become the true great nation that it is, I think there's a major problem in our country.
All right, you know, we can't stop talking about this because we need to have some decorum. See, the incident that happened there, if some crazy policemen had released tear gas or gunshot, then
opposition could have taken advantage of it. It could have been
so we must commend the policemen for being civil at least to that point. Yes, you don't need to seek permission for a protest, peaceful protest, but you need guidance, you need security protection to guide you on the proper route.
And condone the road.
Condone the road so that other road users, people will not be stopped, from doing their lawful activities. But that is what it is, and we believe you can see tear gas is being fired because they have to disperse the crowd.
Our democracy has grown beyond being a nascent democracy, whereby I think at this point we should be selling our form of democracy to other parts of Africa.
Yeah, time is an issue that we must look at. You know, and so I know you can see there are some excesses that is taking place there because people call for it. But we believe that the police should be more civil next when they are handling crowd like this. Because anything could have happened.
Anything could have happened.
Somebody who's asthmatic should have collapsed, and that will have caused a lot. We remember one incident that happened when a former vice presidential candidate collapsed from such incident, and he later died of it in this country. But it's sad. Time will not permit us to talk more about it. So what we must go, in part of our responsibility that's talking about Security Watch Africa is to bring you security report from across the Federation. Anywhere it is, Security Watch will go there for you. We went to Kebbi State to bring you what is happening in Kebbi State. Not every day people get news, positive news from Kebbi State, but I must tell you, Kebbi State is working. Kebbi State is peaceful and is ranked as one of the most peaceful states in the Federation. Sit back as we bring you this report from Kebbi State.
President Muhammadu Buhari's administration is a policy on homegrown fruits, and this has brought Kebbi State to limelight. As a state has become the leading light in comprehensive rice production in Nigeria and a driving force in the implementation of the federal government policy on self-sustenance. Today, Kebbi State is the highest producer of rice in Nigeria. This success, no doubt, cannot be possible without adequate peace and security in the state. In continuation of Security Watch Africa's national assessment of state of security in Nigeria, the crew visited Kebbi State. The state was recently adjudged by the Nigerian Bureau for Statistics as the most peaceful state in Nigeria. The crew first point of call was the Office of the Commissioner of Police, Kebbi State, CP Kabiru Ibrahim, who revealed the reasons for the peace and safety that is currently being enjoyed by the good people of the state.
I have very dedicated and committed officers. We are focused. We know the challenges ahead. And we are also very, very proactive. We don't wait for things to happen. We anticipate, especially that we share borders, with Niger State, with Zamfara State, with Sokoto State. We know likely things that happen internationally. We have Niger and Benin Republic. So we are constantly in touch with our men and reminding them of what is happening, putting the right caliber of people to be there. And above all, the IGP Ibrahim K. Idris, MPM, MNI, is always there for us 24/7. You call his number, he will answer. Even if he's unable to answer at that time, you can be rest assured he will call you to find out what your challenges are. And he's always there to assist us. Again, the government of Kebbi State, you rightly observe, this is Kebbi State is becoming more synonymous with the lake rice, which is very true, which is very rare. People are farming like never before. So when you have all these things working, you have the IGP with you, you have the governor with you, you have dedicated officers, you cannot afford to fail.
The state at the time was faced with the challenge of cross-border crimes, with criminals coming from Niger Republic and neighboring states like Zamfara, Sokoto, and Niger. These, at a point, threatened the existing peace the people of the state enjoyed.
Early this year, we had one incident there at the border town where a lot of killing was made in Zamfara state, and they tried to come into Kebbi. Of course, we blocked them, but not without one or two casualties. And since then, we knew that that area is a bit porous. We cried to the IGP and to our action governor that, look, there's need for us to have reinforcement, and graciously and quickly too. 2 units of mobile from Kano and Kotogora were given to us. So those axes, our border axis with Zamfara, we have blocked that area, that is southern part of the state, up to Niger, and since then the place has remained peaceful.
CP Kabiru Ibrahim told Security Watch Africa some of the strategies he has put in place to harness the community policing initiative of IGP Ibrahim Idris, aimed at ensuring that Nigerians sleep with their 2 eyes closed, and also gave the summary of his achievement since he assumed duty.
You cannot do proper policing without intelligence, and because of the synergy we have with our colleagues and with the members of the public, you'll be surprised now. Here you are here, I will receive a call from Yam Seller, those people who are pushing truck, because they have our numbers, they know us, we know them, and our appeal to them is that anything they see that is suspicious to them, let them quickly call us. Say that number of cases reported from June 2016 till August of this year were 387. Number of persons prosecuted 516. Number of persons convicted so far 162. Some of these cases are still going. Then we have number of persons awaiting trial 354. And in terms of recovery too, the command has also recovered a total of 213 cattle, roasts, 78 flocks of sheep, 33 motor vehicles, 42 motorcycles, 7 rifles, 47 locally made guns, 127 lives ammunition, 42 cartridges, and 22 cartons of illicit drugs.
The strict implementation of the IGP Idris initiative is a major factor for the achievements of the command. CP Kabiru Ibrahim added the officers and men of the command are always on their toes because of the priority IGP Idris places on their welfare.
The good work the IGP is doing in terms of promotion, in terms of welfare, insurance, things that have never happened before, is reaching everywhere. Let me reduce it to Kebbi State. We have been receiving this support like every other state. People that die in active service, people's benefit, people that are sick. You know, about is it a month or two? I think we dole out from courtesy of the IG over 50 million naira to people that lost their loved ones in the line of duties, and many other things.
The crew also paid a visit to the office of the Chief Security Officer of the state and the Governor of Kebbi State, Senator Abubakar Atiku Bagudu, who was full of praises for the effort of security agencies in the state, especially the Nigerian Police Force, describing them as partners in progress. Governor Bagudu further said that the President Buhari's policy on homegrown food has helped to checkmate some of the excesses of the youths in the state.
Nigeria in the last 7-8 years have been challenged in ways that for most of us who since the Civil War have not been challenged before. But today we are a safer nation, we are a more secure nation because all our security agencies have done the best they could in the circumstance. Nigerian police have also done very well. That you have done very well does not mean you can do better. It has to be qualified that very well is in the context of the constraint you face. But we are very, very proud of them, particularly in Kebbi State, because they have helped provide stakeholder support that have led the state in a collective appreciation of what everyone can do to make us more secure. And in Kebbi State, policemen have been participating with community leaders, have been dutiful in the assignments, sometimes very, very bravely, because you go to a community, you find only one policeman, and yet that is the policeman that will be called upon, or policewoman that will be called upon to respond to any security challenge, no matter how onerous. So I must, on behalf of the good people of Kebbi State, thank our policemen, from the Commissioner of Police and all the officers, rank and file, for the enormous sacrifice they are providing, which is helping to provide more security in our state. And I'm glad that the revival of belief in ourselves that is being promoted by President Muhammadu Buhari and his able Vice President, for Nigerians to do things for themselves. His mantra, let us grow what we eat. Let us eat what we grow. That in itself is capable of supporting the security the security situation in our country, because A, that will reduce hunger, that will provide employment, that will give some members of our societies opportunities to compete with others around the world.
Security Watch Africa crew also spoke with the chairman of Eminent People's Forum, Kebbi State, who is also the Waziri Gwandu, Alhaji Abdullahi Umaru, who commended the efforts of the Commissioner of Police and his officers and men in ensuring that the state is peaceful, and also gave insight on measures taken to reduce drastically farmers and herders' clashes in the state.
From the Emirate Council, have instructed each district head to set up a committee. And this committee involves both farmers and herders, the senior people there. So every year they sit and they decide when do the farmers come in and when do the herders come in after the farmers would have harvested their farmers, their crops. And so that's why in most instances we are able to checkmate this crisis. And even when the dare to go into the farms. They always find a way of locating the culprit and putting him to book. You know, but laws are broken all over the world. You know, but you have to find a way of. What's happening also in terms of this Fulani and farmers' clashes and elsewhere where things have gotten out of control, there are other things, for other factors, really, because these people have been living for ages. Why now, So really, there are other things. Like I've told you, if people want to be mischievous, they always find a way, But really, we're supposed to live in harmony, because essentially the farmers need the herders, and the herders need the farmers. When the farmer harvests his crops, all the other grasses that leave behind are what the cattle feed on, and the cattle drop their dung, which also energizes the soil, fertilizes soil. So there have always been there's supposed to be a kind of synergy between them.
The chairman of Jega local government area, Honorable Shehu Masha, also commended the police, stating that their presence in almost every part of the state has helped to checkmate crime and criminality.
My general assessment concerning the security in my local government, which I know very well, is absolutely good. The police are doing what they have to, and I believe we are complementing their effort. And in that direction, we're having a good understanding, and a very good synergy has been created, complementing one another in terms of providing the necessary backup security for the citizenry. So as far as I'm concerned, I would say the general assessment is good. The performance of Nigerian police in Jega, which I know very well, they are doing extremely very well.
The citizens of the state were not left out. Some of them spoke to Security Watch Africa on the state of security in Kebbi State.
Anywhere you go, part of the town, everybody is doing his own business without any harassment. We have no any problem like insecurity or whatever. We are very okay.
I used to base in Abuja, but when I came here, I experienced a different peace in Kebbi. So, and I'm getting some job here. That is why I decided to stay here.
Nigeria police, they are trying so well because they are doing their duty very good.
On the preparedness of the Kebbi State Police Command for the forthcoming 2019 general election, the Commissioner of Police had this to say.
Threat assessment we have conducted in preparation for the 2019 election. And that's the map of Kebbi State, you can see. And you see those dots, those colors, the threat areas, and they are classified into 5. We have the red, which is indicating a very high threat areas, and there are many factors that are responsible for it. We have the yellow. The yellow one is indicating the high threat areas, and we have the green here. The green is the medium threat areas. Then the blue is indicating the low threat areas, and the white is very low threat areas. So once you have this threat assessment, already you know how you're going to do your deployment. Where you have very high threats, you know you're going to put very many manpower there.
Ernest Enuneku, Security Watch Africa, Kebbi State.
It's a comprehensive report, actually, of our visit to Kebbi State. Time is not our friend, really, we must move, but I will have asked Phil how he felt climbing camel in Jega town.
Quite a huge experience, but one thing we took home from that visit from the governor, undoubtedly no country becomes great without being self-reliant.
All right, we must leave. We already ended so running, but I must tell you that winners for the 15th Security Watch Africa Awards are already out, and really people are excited. Gambia, the Banjul, the Gambia is excited, waiting to receive people from across Africa for the event. Time is not our friend, we must leave. The date is November 13th to 15th. 2018 in Banjul, the Gambia. We must leave for other programs to continue. Until we come your way again next week, I say thanks for staying tuned and bye for now.